All righty, Mr. Millennial Mike, I want to let you in on a little secret. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
So I paid for some consulting, some coaching
Mhm.
from folks in the education space. I was put on the hot seat to talk about one rental at a time, specifically my course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time.
Mhm.
They had me bring up the course, which I'm going to do here in a minute. We went through all the sections. We talked about the framework, all that's in it. And I was uh, I was told to cut the course in half, meaning remove content, and raise the price to $9.99. That was the feedback of the room.
Mhm.
So thought what I would do with you is just look at what's in it. You and I, you've seen this, you're a part of it. You've
Sure.
contributed, frankly. But I
Yep.
just want to go through it like I did with them and kind of get your thoughts. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
So again, remember, folks, this is the course that gets you in the private Facebook group, right? The private Facebook group called, I think it's called One Rental at a Time Works.
Yep.
It's where you leave homework. It's where you ask questions. It's where you network. This is the course. But let me bring it up. Let me bring up just like I did for that group, and we can talk about it. So hopefully you're seeing that now.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to go through just the sections. I just don't think people really realize what's in it. So again, you kind of open the program. I give you the kind of what fors and the groups and the sample spreadsheets, kind of a quick hour or so introduction to what you're about to go through. Then I smack people, right? I'm not a fluffy guy, as you know, and we just get into it, right? We talk about the first steps, getting a buy box, why you do it, building a spreadsheet, all of those things. This is really core to what I am, right?
Mhm.
Then because not everybody's good at math, and right, I'm asking people to use Excel spreadsheets. We go in and we talk about the numbers, the math, how to change variables. We get comfortable with each and every variable of the spreadsheet because again, some people are Excel wizards and some aren't. So again, very much, part of who I am at the core. Then we get in and we start changing variables. We talk about merging the buy box and tracking spreadsheet. This is very much the daily discipline. Take what you're looking at, put it in the spreadsheet. Take what you're looking at, put it in the spreadsheet.
Mhm.
And that to the group that I was speaking with is like, hey, that's who you are. You could stop there. So I'll just stop because I've been talking for a while. What do you think of this so far?
So this is actually a point that I've made. I can hear the lumberjack right now just saying the exact same thing. He said it many times. Your course has so much information because in true Mike Zuber fashion, you just love to throw as much as you can at people. Try to just give them as much as you possibly can. Your course has everything that you need to get started investing one rental at a time. I bought the course years ago. I took the course years ago. Now, since then, some stuff's been added that I haven't seen yet. But
Sure.
but that being said, I've also been asked to review courses for people like Chandler David Smith or the Lumberjack or Dion, and I've seen their courses. I've seen some very expensive courses out there, things from like Pace Morby and some of these other content creators. And I agree wholeheartedly. You should limit the amount of things that are in it, and you should significantly increase the price of your main course. I almost feel like it's a disservice to you because when people go out there and they look at different courses and they see things from Pace Morby or Jamil Damji or all these other, or even Casey Brick by Brick Wealth, I think has a course for like several $1,000s.
Mm.
There's these courses out here for 10, 15, $20,000 and you see yours. And I almost think people judge a book by its cover and go, oh, this is
Mm.
only a few $100. Maybe it's not worth what I should pay. When in reality,
Mm.
this thing is incredibly valuable, something that I myself took, somebody who went from 0 to 27 rental units in a 5-year period through the information that I have received from your book, from your course, and from talking with you. I think you're hugely underpriced. And I also think it may be intimidating if somebody does buy it. They click on this, they start looking, they might get overwhelmed. It might be better to get them focused down into
Mm.
a more condensed version. And then you could have add-ons if they want, they can opt into either through
Mm.
another fee or maybe just some graduation program. I mean, Meet Kevin is the king of a course for everything. 50 courses, 5, 6 bundles. You know, like, I mean, you don't have to be that extreme, but I
Right.
think really you shouldn't I think it might be intimidating if people look at this and say, there's like 5,000 different topics in here. I'm overloaded. I watched 7 videos and I'm just too afraid to go back.
Yeah, it's really wild. That was a cinch. I mean, because again, the reason I stopped here is they were like, hey, if you want to keep the price, because again, people may not realize this is 300 and it's $400. But the guys at this, I paid thousands of dollars to get in front of these people. They're like, dude, you can sell what you just went for $3.99. And we're not even a 10th way through what's in this damn thing.
Yeah.
Which is I don't know. Okay, so let's keep going. So again, then I do the next the first stuff is all smack you across the face, do the work, get the spreadsheet, learn average, all of that. Now it's like, okay, let's build a team. Let's talk about your why, a little bit more of the softer side, making sure that you're going to stay in the game. Then we do some deal architecture, right? Because again, I've done seller financing, creative financing. I've raised private money. And this is where I start to get contribution, right? Private money. Not only have I done it, but Jason Pritchard, April Crosley, Bill Allen, Anna Kelly, all folks that I've run to, all folks have added content, wanted to be a part of this. All of them are a part of this. And again, talking to that group where I spent thousands of bucks, they're like shocked that I've gotten content from folks like April and Anna and Jason and Bill for nothing, right? I don't pay these folks to contribute. So, what do you think? What do you think of where we are so far?
So once again, I mean, I can name 2 courses. I won't give them any street cred on your channel because I'm not a huge fan of these people, but I can name 2 influencers right now who are in the real estate space who have an entire course just on private money. That is their whole course of one of the many courses that they sell. And even more niche, not only how to raise private money, but how to raise private money as an influencer from social media. Like, you just have so many different topics, and they're right. I mean, there's some big name people in here that are influencers out there that have done a ton of different deals. Like, people would probably spend $100 for just the one video from Anna Kelly.
Right.
Like, this would be like a for sale, this one item. One time I had a sit down discussion with one of the greatest RE investors ever, Anna Kelly, REI mom. Yes, you're giving stuff away.
All right. So far, the feedback is the same. All right. So then we go seller financing. Again, this one, Ryan Nickel. I actually have a CPA. Shout out Bob Langworthy, Maine Bean Counters. We talk about a deal that Olivia and I did for 15 units. So again, everybody wants, hey, can a CPA talk about it? There you go. Got a CPA, Bob Langworthy, Maine Bean Counters. Self-management. This again is where I got help because again, I don't self-manage. Right, Dion, his binder strategy. We actually have Hemlane, Dana Dunford, the CEO of Hemlane, giving you videos on how to execute a 30-day trial, which is now a 14-day trial, but the videos are still here. We got flipping content from a 3-hour session with Bill Allen's team, just various flipping videos. We got Matt, the mortgage guy with it's funny, Matt, the mortgage guy put this together and he's like, Michael, if people watch all of this and understand it, they're going to save thousands of dollars in mortgage. And I'm like, dude, the course is $400. He's like, okay, great. Well, now they got a positive return just from that section.
Right.
Pretty wild. We got Airbnbs. I don't do these, but again, I have people that do. So I have brought Airbnb content. Because again, I want to be inclusive. Data, we have, again, a lot of people are talking about how do you find data? All the experts I know use a system called PropStream. So I reached out to PropStream and had them create content, which they gladly did. Also, there's a discount you can get with PropStream in one rental at a time. Out of state, here's where you play. Right, you've done some out of state content.
Exactly.
Lumberjack and house hacking is 4321. And now, just now, we get to the bonus section. All of that stuff above.
None of that was bonus content, huh?
I got undressed pretty bad in front of this group. So then the bonus content, just all various presentations that I've done over the years. I just keep adding 50 to your spreadsheet. House hacking is now here. Bonuses
Another
added.
bonus section.
Another one. Yeah, we got Burr, Section 8. from Urban Tech. Zoom calls we've done, various deep dives we've done, I've added here. Talk about my various private money courses. You and I did a deep dive on out of state, you and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-foreclosures, Retroverso. We got the mastermind we put
Yep.
here as well from Fresno. So yeah. So a lot of stuff that people get for $3.99, huh?
Too much.
Yeah,
I want
it's
you to think about Mike, real quick. How long do you think it would take for somebody to watch all of that?
well, see, that's the point. I don't think somebody has to watch all of it, right? To me, you've got to watch the first 4 or 5 sections to kind of meet, and then you find what's important to you. Like Airbnb is not important, great, don't watch that stuff. Flipping's not important, great, don't watch that. Private money. So to me, it's always been kind of like a Chinese menu. It's kind of like my second book, right? 15 Conversations with Real Estate Millionaires. Put it all in there and let people choose what they want. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should just do the base stuff and charge $3.99 for that and then give them options for extras. I don't know. But that was, man, I was pretty beaten up. I was like, I paid for this. So yeah.
Yeah. So for me, not a Chinese menu. I think of the Cheesecake Factory menu. They come out, they hand you this like book that literally looks like, I don't know, the Bible. You're just turning through 100 pages of it. And then there's also the paradox of choice. The more choices people have, the less likely they're going to be happy with the choices they make. I really think the psychology of a human being is they're going to look at this and they're just going to get overwhelmed. I really think that your course should be like 6 hours, maybe 10 videos. That's the main course. And then if they want something else, they can opt into another thing. But if you give it all to them right away and they start clicking, because as you're going through the course, it'll tell you your completion rate.
Right.
And I think people will be like, I've watched 8 videos and I'm 3% complete. Whew, I just don't have the time. And I think they really get overwhelmed. And then on top of that, I still think that the ticket price is doing it a disservice because people that right, wrong, or indifferent, people look at the price of something and immediately attach value to it. And a lot of times price and value are associated, but not always.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, when I look at this, I want to get feedback from the audience, right? $3.99 is the price point. I've been told $9.99 is the minimum. Again, that's what I've been told. I've been told to strip out. You basically have, I think it's the first 5 sections, which is the meat, and then maybe a couple of bonuses if you want. Then to your point, create the cheesecake. I've been told a lot of this stuff. But I go back to what I'm trying to do, right? It's where I always go. I'm trying to create something. So let's talk about this. I agree that it has to be, you have to pay for it. You have to get money in the game. Like I sold it for $99, I think, out the gate. That was too low.
Yeah.
And then I think we tried $199, $299. Just I wanted it to be enough where people felt it like, okay, I spent the money, I'm going to do it. Like if it was $99, lots of people would buy it as a thank you. Like, thank you for all your videos every week. Here we go. That's not what I want. $3.99 is kind of the first number. It felt like that's enough where I will get people to do it. Because I can see who bought it and never did anything, right? I can look at the metrics. That's not interesting to me. I'm hoping people get through the first 4 or 5 sections because that. If you don't want any of the extras, no problem. That's fine by me. But again, maybe this is my issue. It probably is my issue. I think back to Michael Zuber, 2002, getting started. I can guarantee you, I would have never even considered buying $1,000 course. Guarantee you. Just because of the price point. Now, again, that was 22 years ago, so maybe prices have inflated some. They've clearly inflated some. But I can still tell you, I don't know that I would do that. I think I would tell myself, for $1,000, I could buy a lot of books. I think that would be my stupid mental trick. But 400, from somebody who's put out enough content that I can now know who they are, right? It's not just some fly by night person. I would probably do that. So maybe this is a Zuber problem. Maybe I just need to get out of my head. I don't know.
I think so, 100%. I think your target demographics actually probably me, my age group, 30s, probably not in the 50s. And guess what? People in their 30s aren't sitting here, and certainly younger. We're not sitting here saying, you know what I want to do to save money? Go buy a bunch of books. People don't read anymore, Mike. Like, again, wrong, right, or indifferent. People do not read. They listen to podcasts. If you're lucky, they listen to an audiobook. But even audiobooks are tough to sell. But haven't you said it before? I think your audiobook sales are as good or better than your hard copy sales.
Yeah,
Meaning, like, the person that you're trying to sell to is probably Mike Zuber from 2002, but the modern day version of it, which guess what? I'm like the exact age you were. You were what, 31, 30, and I'm 33?
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
You want to sell to somebody who wants to, on his 45-minute commute to and from work, turn on a video and get educated, learn something, which is what I do every day, which is when I listen to you every single day. And obviously, because I'm a cop, I drive around, I just have stuff on all day. But most people are commuting to and from work. They have their lunch hour. They have some downtime. They want to do something better with their life. They're pressed for time because that's just the way that life has evolved over the last 30 years. And if they can get your course and they can feel confident that they can make it through it within a reasonable amount of time and get enough information to make themselves dangerous, have some actual tasks that they can measure, that they can go out and accomplish with your spreadsheet and learning your market and learning what average is and learning what a great deal is. And then they go home and apply it on their computer tonight when they hop on a realtor.com or Zillow. I think you're actually more likely to get the results you want, which is getting people to take action and find a great deal and get started one rental at a time.
Folks, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to guess a lot of people watching this. Thank you for watching to the end. May have already bought the course. Let me know what you think below. What should I'm hearing two things. If I'm fixated on the price point, whack a lot of stuff. That's what I'm hearing. Or just take it to its value at $9.99 and leave it there. Leave everything there. Kind of what I'm hearing. I mean, that was a question.
I would say whack a lot of stuff. My portion in there included. Just get rid of it. Doesn't apply to everybody. Whack it, and take the price up. And then add-ons. You have like one course that's $99. Your Get Your Money Right course. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah. You did this with one thing. You should have this with everything. If someone is directly interested in house hacking, boom, you've got your house hacking special course, $99. If somebody wants an intro to out-of-state real estate investing, me and Brian Adamson, boom, $99. But your main meat and potatoes, 6 hours, the videos of you teaching, coaching, instructing in front of your whiteboard, that $9.99, guaranteed it should be $9.99. It probably should be way more. Again, I'm not trying to throw people under the bus because some of them are our friends, some of them we just know about. I can go through the amount of people who have $2,500 courses, $3,500, $8,000 courses, and when I compare them to you, it's no comparison. I won't call them out because I like these. It's no comparison. And they're charging 3, 4, 5 times as much as you. What gives them the right to do that? And guess what? People pay. They might have more big course takers than you do, which just is ridiculous.
Alrighty, folks, let me know in the comments below. What would you do if you were me? Millennial Mike, I appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the channel.